The No Fake Channel, checking in on this episode of Dad's Home Gym. I am going over the latest Amazon budget gym equipment, the SpotFix adjustable weight bench. We're gonna go over what's in it, how much it costs, if it is something that's right for you, and then we are gonna have a discussion on should you go budget for your home gym, who should be going budget, and if the juice is worth the squeeze. If this is your first time to the channel, give the video a like, hit that red subscribe button. On this Dad's Home Gym series, I typically just review pieces of home gym equipment to help you decide if it's right for your home gym, and probably more importantly, make sure that you're going to be picking up the piece of equipment that you are actually going to use and have for a long, long time. So let's quickly go over this SpotFix adjustable bench. What does it come with? It comes with this bench. It comes with the leg rest so you can clip your legs underneath. It comes with these bungees so that you can do a few other exercises. And it comes with a brand new spanking poster to help you figure out which exercises to do. It weighs in at supposedly 30 pounds, but man, oh man, it is extremely light. I mean, if you saw the box that this thing came in, you would be amazed. It literally came self-assembled. It does have 3 adjustable seat positions, and it has 6 adjustable upright positions. It does not do decline. Now, the big claim to fame on this, at least one of their selling points, I believe, is the fact that it stores. I mean, it just basically just folds up on itself. As you could, I mean, that's how small it is. So this is really for someone who's really tight on space. That's their big claim to fame. Okay, it can supposedly hold 600 pounds. I have found when I test out these cheapo benches that they do in fact hold more than the weight. I think the last one I had, which was about as stable as this one, held close to 700 pounds, no issues. I will tell you straight away, it's not about the capacity of the weight, but about the stability. Now, my floor, this part of my home gym is relatively flat, and this thing is super wobbly. Hopefully you can see that the actual base on this thing is narrow. Obviously, the wider the base, the more support you're gonna have left to right, especially when you're using dumbbells or you're just rocking left to right on a really heavy set. In terms of price, and that is where these budget benches come into play, where they really do some damage in terms of people getting pulled in. This retails at $130, which I'll tell you straight away is too much for this bench. But what oftentimes what these Amazon companies do is they retail at $130 and then they give you like a $30 coupon. So you'll see that it's like $99, just under $100. And that brings people in because that's really the mark that they have in their head, especially when they're looking to set up a gym that is temporary. They're only going to use it like once a week, maybe twice a week, because they're active outside of their home. They have a regular gym membership. It's just like a break glass in case of emergency. Or maybe, in fact, their kids want a bench, right? So their kids say, hey, I want to get on a bench. I want to work out at home. And we know kids tend to shift their focus on stuff weekly, so you don't necessarily know if they're going to be using this thing in a few months from now. So it's good to kind of go budget. At least that's what people's mentality is at. To give you an idea of how long this thing is, I'm 6'1", and you can see the back of my head is like, it's barely holding on, and I'm 6'1". So if you're tall, this is definitely not the bench for you. So where do I stand on this bench in general? As far as the SpotFix weight adjustable bench, it's a piece of trash. It's way too light. The only claim to fame is that it's cheap and that it folds up. And oftentimes I celebrate things that are cheap because I think there's a lot of value there. This isn't one of those cases. It's got a very narrow footprint, and you're going to be getting rid of it very shortly. The only people that should be getting this is if really their young child says, hey, I want to work out at home, get me a bench to work out on, and you know that the likelihood of them using it a year from now is very small. If you do get this for your home gym and you continue to work out at home, I guarantee you're going to be trying to get rid of it and upgrading in no time flat, which means you should skip this bench altogether. I am a big fan of budget benches. I do think there's some value. Unfortunately, a lot of the budget benches, especially on Amazon, they sell you a lot of fake reviews, a lot of fake images, a lot of Photoshop stuff. It pulls you in with that price point, and then you get it in, and you realize that the models were probably cropped to make them fit this bench, to make it look a lot longer. And it just you really feel like it was like a bait and switch once you get this thing home. If you do plan on using a home gym, even once a week, I would say if you're going to be consistent with once a week, put some extra money in. And I don't think you need to kind of break the bank when it comes to an adjustable bench, but you're going to have to spend a bit more money to make sure it's something that you're going to be having down the road. What's going to happen when people go too cheap, like in this case of this Spox Fix weighted adjustable bench, people will get this in and then they realize that they got hoodwinked, and then after a month they're trying to sell this on Facebook Marketplace for like $15, and then they got to re-up and buy something better, more expensive, something that they're actually going to enjoy using. Overall, man, there's a lot of junk out there and you got to stay clear of it. There's a few pieces that are budget, but you got to make sure that you're doing your due diligence, you're doing your research, because just because the price is low doesn't mean you're getting a deal. And conversely, just because the price is low doesn't mean you're getting ripped off. It's all about figuring out what you're going to be using it for, how often you're going to be using it for, how long you expect to own it, or I should say want to own it, and then pick the right piece of equipment, the right price point, the right item for you. One of my favorite adjustable benches, at least that I reviewed, that I would say is more on the budget side, is the AB3100 from Rep Fitness. That does come in like 3 colors, really sturdy, has a great warranty. It's something you're not going to want to get rid of. It's something you're going to be able to use and grow with, especially if you've got like a younger individual, a young adult that plans to use it for a long, long time. They can grow into it. It's definitely not something that you've got to get rid of and upgrade because it is not strong enough to handle your gains. Overall, man, hopefully this video you found informative. Any questions, drop them in the comments below. And the purpose of this video, obviously, to highlight the Spox Fix adjustable bench and tell you to steer clear of it. I'll link a few of my favorite Amazon adjustable benches that are budget in the description of this video, because there are a few in there that do stand out, at least in my personal opinion. But hopefully this helped you at least decide or get the right mentality on how you should be looking at benches when you buy them, especially making sure that just because the price point is right where you want it, make sure that it's not going to be a bait and switch. Once you get it home, you're going to be upset and seeing your product on Facebook Marketplace in no time. If you came this far in the video, give the video a like, smash that subscribe button. It helps out the channel. Really appreciate all of you who've stayed to the end. You are my street soldiers. It's so important to stay to the end of these videos because Amazon hates people clicking on videos. And
this channel is dedicated to my life as a father of 2 wonderful children, and it centers around health, fitness, and all of the tricks and tribulations that I go through to try to be a great parent to my children and still accomplish my own personal goals.